I'm Osvaldo Santos. I'm based in Barcelona, IT hub. I'm Nestle for 15 years. I completed 15 years now in different roles, but now I have the pleasure to lead the IT service experience product, because we shift our organization from project management to product management. And IT service experience is one key product inside the ITSM, IT service management product group. And my responsibility is to make sure globally, the organization is following some ITSM standards or the key practices across the globe, including partners. And I put this in the first slide. We need to take advantage and keep the momentum of this X momentum, right? So I think this is nice. So before move, we need we are Nestle, right? So just to give you the context, we are a food and beverage company, and our mission and our vision, is really unlock the power of food to enhance quality of life for everyone and for the generations to come. So this is our purpose, right? I think it's important to mention. I think I don't need to go to the brands. I think everybody knows very well some of our brands. And now we'll jump directly to one thing, to embark you on our journey. We started this journey with Happy Signals on the IT experience management. But before go to the IT context, I need to say that this is our purpose. We need to bring something really healthy in the A class, right? Or in the A level in terms of nutritional elements for everyone, right? So, and I like this Garden Gourmet, which is really a plant-based food, and with very specific ingredients, really focused on to provide good food for people, right? And this is the spirit that we have also in IT that we are incorporating. How can we provide A products, right? And Nutri-Score, it's a very important and very well recognized nutritional label, recognizing the value of the nutritional elements in the food. And with this spirit, I need to go and fluctuate a little bit on the context as well, because we are a company with more than 155 years, 2,000 brands, more than 300 factories, 90 billion group sales in 2022, around of more than 275,000 of employees. And also in the IT context, we have a lot of complexity. We are trying to shift to simplicity, but it's not easy, but we can do this. Yes, we can. So thousands of applications, thousands of systems, thousands of unique users. We have a the industry leading integrated ERP, SAP landscape in the world. Too many websites. So many things that we need to manage in IT to make sure the business is really attending the consumer needs, right? And let's start for our vision, in IT service experience in my role. We are here to understand and improve our employees' overall perception with IT and provide a world-class IT service experience that equals to the best consumer experience. We want to provide the A class. And for this, we are hand in hand with Happy Signals to go and look and what is key, right? What is foundational, but not only foundational, how can we evolve gradually, but how can we evolve from continuous learning, everyday practices, bring more fact data-based decisions, and then provoke some transformation in terms of culture and experience culture in the organization. And what we believe, Osvaldo, and I'm very happy because I saw this Glassdoor research, and this is really connected with what we believe. If we make the employee happy, we make our customers happy. If we make our customers happy, we can make our consumers happy. And of course, if we make our consumers happy, we make our shareholders happy, and then we have profitability and loyalty really strong in a sustainable way. So this is what we really believe, right? And this is also help us to communicate our narrative and get also the sponsorship to move with this journey. It's important, what I'm talking about sponsorship right in the beginning, because I think leadership alignment from the top, it's key, to move. And we have a clear and direct driver from our group CIO and the head of Workforce 360, where the vision to life is be the data and technology strategic partner, accelerating our enterprise digital transformation and enabling business and employees to achieve more every day. This is easy to say, hard to deliver it, but yes, this is our vision to life. And in this context, we have a very clear driver. We need to deliver our business commitments. We need to run reliable IT operations, be proactive, help on the speed, not only in terms of speed for IT or technology elements, but speed for the business, and then delight our customers in every month of their journey. And this is a quote from our group CIO, Chris Wright. And then you can now start asking me, what are the strategy, that we started since the beginning? We started with Happy Signals with a POC, but then we now have a really strong commitment and partnership. And I found, and I think it's interesting to share with you what are my 5 key pillars that we adapted and adopted in Nestle to be successful on this area. First things first, have clear strategic alignment and also define clear objectives for the organization, right? We can follow the SMART approach, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-bound, but sometimes let's not complicate too much, right? Let's learn by doing, give a chance for the new, and challenge ourselves. This is our spirit, right? So have a strategic alignment from the top. It's key to have sponsorship, to have support, and also define initial objectives. And I'm happy to say that this is the second year that we have clear objectives coming from the top, of course, proposed by us, that our group CIO really cascaded to the entire IT organization across the globe and also for partners. I think the second pillar is key, enabling all measurement areas. With Happy Signals, we enable the overall IT experience, the ticket-based IT, the service portal, because we have ServiceNow. It's important to mention that ServiceNow is the cornerstone of ITSM. And we also enable now, I'm very happy, the product experience. The product experience is really supporting the products and the applications to understand what is the perception about of the users about their applications or services. So we are really enabling as much as we can the measurement areas, and then this also help us to shake, and provoke the organization to be always user-centric. The third pillar, I really recommend, and we are starting the journey. We are not perfect. Let's admit, but we are really now getting better on creating a strong experience management office globally. And we have a very good team, very talented team, multi-diverse or cross-functional team across the globe in different regions. And also, I hope we can, in the next years, we can also expand this model in the markets, right? So build a strong experience management office is key. The fourth pillar, connect product management experience. This is, like I said in the previous slide, we shift our organization since 2019 from project management to product management. So we need to be able to bring new capabilities and mechanisms to measure the experience for the products. And last but not least, fostering continuous improvement mindset, right? So this is something, this is part of our DNA in ITSM. And I would say these are the five key pillars to really to put this in motion, right, in the organization. What are the benefits so far? Okay, the first thing is really we are now bringing lights into the experience data. And thanks for generative AI that helps me to create the images. Uh, I use this Bing from Microsoft. It's really good because connecting the image. And by the way, I'm very happy because Happy Signals help us to enable and experiment the AI insights, and this is really a game changer. So bringing lights into the experience data. So we are now really creating and fostering this data and analytical skills in the organization, not only into the operational data or technical data, but also making sure people is looking to this and correlating somehow the T data, O data, and X data, but really bring the lights into the X data. So this is the benefits, and people recognize a lot of recognition about what we have been doing in the last year. Fostering collaboration between IT teams, including partners. So this is another clear benefit, right? So that goes beyond of the results, right? Because we have also some partners revisiting our commitments and contractual elements or indicators to really to make sure we are connected, and when I'm saying collaboration, it's really collaboration. Functional teams, infrastructure teams, partners really put everybody on board with one common goal. And this comes to the third benefit, right? We are now creating more alignment and common goals across the IT organization. Maybe not is not intuitive, or it maybe is not people's not really understanding in the beginning. But then, as long as we go deep into the data, as long as we start more communication, we recently did our first IT experience management internal benchmarking report using the inspiration of the Happy Signals benchmarking report. And now we can compare apples with apples, analyzing and understanding the experience on the performance from one market to another market, from one IT group to another group. It's not about compete, but it's about bring the lights and create common goals and a common alignment. I picked some, it's just one success story, but I have many last year. But I think this one illustrates especially the flow and the pace, right? And how our users use the data and the framework to address the business needs. And I got some examples from our one of our markets in the northeast of Asia. They start measuring the experience in April and start tracking the experience. We convinced them that do not wait 1 month to look at the data, right? Look at the data, in a weekly basis, a minimum, but start looking at it, and then you start, going and absorbing and understanding what's happening in your market, right? And it's a real case, right, that we identify and they identified improvements in the connectivity, which is curious because they are not really perceiving the impact for the users, and also how this was affecting the reputation of IT, right? Because connectivity is everything, right? We are now connected, right? So, and then they found in the comments and also in the scoring the impact on the Wi-Fi, right? So, and then they immediately recognized, hey, there's something wrong, right? That we really need to look at it. And one thing that we recommend for them with our colleagues in the user experience area why not start focusing focus groups and have more in-depth conversations with users, right? And then in 2 months, they went through the user community, they talked to them, they understood what was really happening, what are the locations, etc. And then they got inputs to improve the Wi-Fi connection. And for this, of course, we need to talk to our providers, talk to IT teams, to infrastructure teams, and create this engagement and find ways to implement the improvements in the Wi-Fi, right? And then they also implemented some interesting quality checks or quality tests, right? To make sure the Wi-Fi is much better after do some changes, after improve the quality of the Wi-Fi connection. And then now they can see gradually the improvement, the change in terms of perception about IT in the corridor, right? In the office, in different locations. So this is a concrete example. I have others. We can talk offline, but I think this elucidates or illustrates how powerful is the experience data when you genuinely look into this and seriously take in consideration the feedback from the user.
Hey, Osvaldo, there's one question directly on that. And probably it's maybe related to that you also said that there's network providers engagement. There was a question that did you have some technical data also measuring, and was that telling you anything, or was it outsourced and it was behind these providers? So how was the technical data side on this case, for example? Do you remember, or do you have information on that?
Yeah, it's a good question. Yes, we have technical data, but this is the beauty of combine technical data, experience data, right? Because the team was maybe looking to the technical data in isolation, or not really perceiving the damage that this was, creating in the organization. But they had some signals on the technical data. But when the experience data was in the table, this also helped them to bring the issue in the table with the market heads, with the CIOs, and also look for investments. So the experience data in the end, combined with the technical data, help them to illustrate that a change is needed. A change was needed to improve the user experience.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I move on?
Yes, please.
Okay. So just to give you some highlights, we have now over 140,000 responses received since 2023, indicating a high level of engagement. We achieved a significant increase, 89%, very happy users between 9 and 10 with services and ticket base, showing a really positive trend compared to the previous year. We attained a strong happiness score of 40 points, reflecting a positive overall IT market experience. We engage 80% of our markets worldwide, demonstrating a global reach and impact. And in this first quarter, our focus is really to attack this 20%. And we also shared 7 success stories internally to inspire others. This is key, to inspire others and drive improvement plans, right? Because sometimes we ask people, okay, show me your improvement plans, right? But let's really show to the others, right, to foster continuous improvement and continuous learning. So this is key, just some of the highlights to give you the magnitude and how powerful is this in the organization now. Now, maybe you can ask me, what is my takeaways? What is my lesson learned? And I'm really believe in the power of the connections and share knowledge and share experience, leverage experience, and then help each other, right? So first of all, build an experienced champion network. I'm not talking about the XMO per se, right? But I'm talking about find experienced advocates, experience management advocates in their areas. For sure, you find people excited with the opportunity to work, or people really who embraced experience management in the blood, right? And then you can create a network, right? And you can start small and then gradually increase and involve or mobilize more people when you bring more information, when you put the framework, when you create some guidelines. So people will come. Embrace the agile mindset. So what agile mindset, is connected with user experience? So yes, it's totally connected, because sometimes we need to be brave and explore some measurement areas. And don't be afraid to start small, right? But start faster, right? Cultivate the basics. This is interesting. I like to say we need to be brilliant at the basics. What are the foundational elements, right? Today, I'm happy we have a very solid IT service management framework for 4 years, but we need to also keep the eye on the future with AI insights, and happy we have this experiment with happy signals. But look at what are the AI capabilities, AI tools in this hype now can help us, to put the experience management in motion. Adopt user experience personas oriented approach. This is interesting because we need to combine other types of mechanisms, right? Uh, In-depth interviews, focus groups, talk to people, right? And I'm not talk to 200 people, 300 people. No, maybe you can find your personas, key roles, key stakeholders, do some stakeholder mapping, and then you can find, where should I start, right? Where you can start. Value practices, leverage ITXM support, right? This is key, right? We are now starting the journey, and with the help of customer success team, where are the gaps, where we need to put more effort or more energy. But let's value the practice. Let's make sure people is now talking about this in the corridor, in the narrative, right? Recognize change management importance. This is my favorite, and I can tell you, a tool, a fool with a tool is just a fool. Okay, I will say again. A fool with a tool is just a fool. This is not about tools. This is how we mobilize people. And how can we mobilize people? We need to spend time or invest time in change management, right? How can we put our narrative since the beginning? How can we mobilize stakeholders and really create this environment where people now recognize the impact of experience management in the end of the chain, right? So, but let's recognize change management. It's important. Communication and post communication, cultivate the relationship with key stakeholders and also with the users, and going back to them and say, hey, we took in consideration your feedback. This is how we are now changing the approach or improving the approach, how to make your life easier, right? Like I said, connect the dots, leverage experience data, O data, T data. Encourage partners to join XLA journey. Harmonize ways of working is not easy, but we are now encouraging and provoking our partners to revisit our commitments, right? And we have many partners, but they are now better and better embracing the XLA, and we are now putting experience indicators, again, starting small, because not everybody is really knowledgeable on this area, to be honest. Mobilize people, not just tools. Like I said, I think this is interconnected with the change management process. And last but not least, foster leadership alignment with the goals. So this is my humble key takeaways to share with you to help you in your journey.